Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Aunt Helen's Parmesan Chicken Plus, because hers didn't have any seasoning, but mine does. Hold on. So this recipe is for 3 chicken cutlets. These are breasts that have had the tenders removed and halved. 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. You could also use shredded. 1/2 stick of butter. That is 4 tablespoons. 1/4 cup of plain breadcrumbs, or panko breadcrumbs is also another option. And then the options are 1 teaspoon of garlic powder is an option. 1 teaspoon of minced onions is an option. Also dried parsley flakes. Preheat your oven at 350. Line a cookie sheet with a piece of foil. Okay, so what I'm getting is 2 small plates. On one plate, we're going to add the butter, and on the other plate, we're going to make the breadcrumb combination. So this is a 1/2 stick of butter, and this is for 3 chicken cutlets. Obviously, if you're going to make more, then you're going to need more butter. So just double the recipe accordingly. Okay, and then you're just going to microwave this until it's just melted. All right, and this is not a health-conscious recipe by any stretch of the imagination, okay? Just get that out of the way right away. So, in the next plate, we're going to take a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. Now, if you're using the shredded, I'm sorry, these aren't breadcrumbs, this is cheese. If you're using the shredded cheese, then you might want to use a little bit more because it doesn't fill up the 1/4 cup as much as the grated does. Just checking the butter, just need some more time. And also a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. So basically it's equal parts of breadcrumbs to Parmesan cheese. All right. And once the butter is melted, all the solid pieces are gone. Instead of egg, this is what we're going to use to coat the chicken in to hold on to the breadcrumbs. It also is going to make it super lovely and juicy, and oh my goodness. Now I have been adding garlic powder to this breadcrumb mixture pretty much the whole time I've been making it, and only every once in a while do I add the onion flakes, but not that often. I just think that it really adds something. But if you like it plain, then just breadcrumbs and cheese is all the recipe really calls for. Alright, so this is a teaspoon of garlic powder, which is what I always add, and then this is an additional teaspoon of minced onion. And then I'm just going to add a sprinkle of dried parsley, but no measurements. That's just to add for a little color. Parsley doesn't really add taste as much as it just cuts back on some of the harshness of other herbs, is what I was taught anyway. Okay, and now I'm just going to mix it around, use my hands. And you want to break up any big clumps of Parmesan cheese. Every once in a while, you know, you'll get, when you scoop it out, you'll get like a big chunk. But just want to make sure you distribute the spices as evenly as possible, and the cheese and the breadcrumbs. Okay? No science to it. This is also another great recipe for the kids because the melted butter isn't really hot anymore. It's not quite cold, so it hasn't congealed, but it isn't really hot. And you can use a fork to mix around your chicken and stuff. So we're basically just going to do coat it in butter, breadcrumbs on both sides, and then put it on our pan. No need to spray this pan. You would think with the Parmesan cheese you would need to spray, but with all of that butter you don't. So you just want to let a little bit of the excess butter drain off. Now, use the 2-hand method so you're not done with the breadcrumb claw, as we like to call it, or big giant clump fingers. What I do is I scoop a little, my technique is I use the wet hand to grab the chicken and coat it in the butter. And then I use the wet hand to place it on the breadcrumbs. Then I use, and poke it down. Then I use the dry hand to throw some of the breadcrumbs over one of the sides so that I can grip it. And then I use that to coat and press. Pick up, coat, and press. That's my entire wet hand, dry hand technique. Now, for those of you who don't know or are new to the channel, I've talked about my father being an excellent cook and an avid fisherman. I think I was calculating the other day that I probably have coated somewhere close to 400, 500,000 pieces of fish fillet in my lifetime. We're not even going to talk about the fried chicken because that's a whole nother story. So here it is, just up close a little bit better. I'm not using two-handed technique for this because I'm holding the camera with the dry hand, but I'll show you how I like to coat it. So I just throw some breadcrumbs on there, normally with the dry hand. And press it in there really nice to get a good coating. Cover roll everything that looks wet, make it look dry. All right, and that's it. And then we just clean up and put it right into a 350-degree oven. And we're going to set the timer middle rack, or middle of the oven, I should say middle rack. And we're going to set the timer for 20 minutes. And it may take 25 minutes, but, you know, we'll check it then. And that's it. So here it is. You can see it getting all golden brown and bubbly. Tonight we're going to make it with some pastaroni, Parmesan cheese, angel hair noodles, and some steamed broccoli. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Hi, just waiting for stuff to cook. I'm going to check the chicken. It's not quite brown enough around the edges, so I'm turning it around. Just going to give it the additional 5 minutes. And there it is. Oh, it looks lovely. You can check the internal temperature if you want. White meat chicken is 165 internal cooking temperature, but this 25 minutes has never been not long enough, if you know what I mean. And then I like to throw my foil right in the garbage, pan right in the the sink, and wash it up, and then I'm all done cleaning up by the time I sit down. And that's it, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed this recipe. Oh, look how juicy. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Share with friends and family. Anybody know who's interested in maybe making these wonderful dinner. And if you haven't yet, click subscribe. When you do, a little bell will pop up. When you ring that bell, YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. And as always, you take care. God bless. See you next time. Bye.